Welcome back, and what a phenomenal, set of conversations we've been having this morning with many inspirational people. And another one is our guest today, Nompilo Dlamini. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Nompilo. At only 26, the Eswatini-born Nompilo has been suffering from a life-threatening condition called cystic fibrosis. This has limited her life in many directions, and she was hopeful to actually embark on should we say, a campaign for herself to be able to raise R1 million to get the lung transplant that she's been longing for, because this has held her back in many directions. And her story is so inspirational because she is going to be going for that transplant real soon. So let's hear her story. A very warm welcome to you, Nompilo Dlamini, and thank you so much for joining us here on the show this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm humbled and honored to be here. So my name is Nompilo, a 26-year-old Swati lady, and I was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at the age of 18, I think, because it's not a familiar thing in the country. So far, I'm the only person with cystic fibrosis. So the diagnosis took a long time to be done, and then from then I took it upon myself to advocate for myself and try to get the proper medications. And also right now I'm also doing the Just Breathe campaign with my other helpers to help and get at least 2 million so that I can go to India. Currently we do have at least 1 million, which I will use to go to India to do some immunosuppressants and some tests, and then we'll take it from there.
When did you actually find out that you've been suffering from this condition? When did did it start at the age of 26, or did it start before that?
Okay, I've always been a sickly child, and they always thought maybe I had flu. From flu, it was TB. From TB, it was asthma. I was always misdiagnosed as a child growing up because they didn't know what was wrong. Had to be a vegetarian, had to take TB treatments, even though the tests were saying negative. Eventually, I was referred to the government hospital here, and they were able to finally diagnose me when I was 18. But for all these years, I've been trying to find out what was wrong, and to be eventually told, well, you have cystic fibrosis. I had to go back and read Google about it, try to find groups of those with the same disease, because here we do not have those many people with the disease, unlike in South Africa.
So what sort of symptoms were you suffering from? Nompilo, tell us a little bit about it so people can understand your situation and how difficult it is for you.
Okay. The thing that I'll say frustrates me the most is the breathing difficulties, because they limit me in a lot of things. I'm such a dreamer. I'm very ambitious. I dream and I plan a lot of things, but with the situation I'm in, I can't do all those dreams that I have in my mind. I easily get tired. Currently, I can't even go to the toilet on my own. I need assistance. I need assistance in almost everything that I do. So this disease is just limiting my entire life. I was able to do so many things before it progressed. I was able to have fun with my friends. Yes, it was difficult. Would have those short breaks in between whereby we'll pause for me to take in some breath, to be able to move on. But currently I cannot even move. I need to use a wheelchair to move, which is not the person that I am, because I've always been the stronger person. I've always been out there, but currently cystic fibrosis is limiting my life.
How have you been taking it every single day? What is your day like? Can you do anything at all, or have you just been stuck sitting in bed all the time?
Well, I've been stuck currently of late. I've been stuck in bed. Some days I go to wash up myself because even taking a shower, I need to sit on a chair to take a shower because I cannot stand. I need to sit down and shower and wash myself up. So sometimes I skip a day and wash up the next day and then go back to sleep because my body is just always so exhausted because my muscles are very weak. In hospital, they told me that I also suffer from malnutrition. Thus, I will not have enough energy to carry myself around or to be mobile and do a lot of things that I used to do. But some days I wake up and come and sit with the family and take pictures of myself smiling as if I'm okay, just for the world to know that I'm not my disease, I'm beyond cystic fibrosis. I want to be known for the girl who always smiled, not for the girl who always was sick or who always suffered from cystic fibrosis. So I am always trying to smile, but it's hard, but I try.
I think we're so proud of you because, irrespective of the type of challenge that you're facing, a smile alone says that you have that positive attitude and that faith in yourself, and you know that you're going to overcome this. And what I found phenomenal is the fact that you took to Twitter to be able to help yourself. You didn't sit back and say, well, there's now nothing I can do. I'm going to deal with this. And that's it. You decided to take yourself and empower yourself in some way to be able to get that funds that you're looking for, to be able to go for that lung transplant. Let's talk about that situation. How did you decide to start that up? I want our listeners to understand that because I want them to then embark on the journey with you to be able to help you reach that 2 million mark, as we said.
Thank you. Okay. Any form of chronic illness is very costly. It needs high maintenance. You find that you go to the hospital and there is no medication for or whatever the doctor has prescribed for you is not in the hospital, so you need to go to the pharmacy. So that means you need to fork out an extra money from yourself and pay for those medication that they prescribed you. Since 2019, I think I joined Twitter because I had to have a portable oxygen machine, which was around 40,000, I think,
Sure.
and I couldn't afford. So I joined Twitter and just I don't know, somehow I just laid myself out there, started advocating for myself, and they welcomed me with warm hands. And DJ Black Coffee, he bought me the first oxygen concentrator that I needed. Then I even monthly, some people would always give me money to use for my hospital bills, to use for certain meals that I need. They've been helping me from 2019 since I started showing up for myself and advocating for myself. And so what does they've always been with me from day one. So after I came back from the hospital, I had to let them know, well, this is the progress, this is what the doctor has said, and I have no idea where I will begin. And they tried to encourage me, and most people told me, start a GoFundMe, show us your account, and we'll try and raise the money with you. And that's what they've been doing. And I'm really, really grateful for them, for their support. I always tell people that I'm a Twitter's child because everything that I have, my nails, I am not working, but I have my nails done. I have my hair done. I have my classes. I have my oxygen. It's all the Twitter people coming up and showing me love each and every day. So I'm really, really grateful for them.
Yes, and as you call them, your Twitter family.
Yes, they are my family. Those are my first, like every time I need to share some good news, I always start on Twitter, and then I can take it to other social media networks. But the first people that have to know is the Twitter family, because they're always excited for me and always excited as myself. So I always share with them.
Nompilo, why India? Because I mean, is there nothing that they can do for you here in South Africa itself? What opted you to decide to go to India to get your transplant?
Okay, in South Africa, the problem is, firstly, I'm not a South African citizen, and then secondly, it's the waiting list. Of course, the fact that I am not a South African citizen, it will take longer on the waiting list than a citizen of South Africa. And in India, I will be gone for 6 months or 8. Within that period, I'll do everything, the test. The first 3 months, I'll be taking the test, the immunosuppressants, and then they'll try to find a donor for me. And in at least 6 months, I'll be done with the transplant and wait or doing rehabilitation for maybe another 2 months, which is the 8th month. It's quicker in India than in South Africa because of the citizenship thinking and the waiting list. Other than India, they don't really have the waiting list that much. I think so. So yeah.
That is great to know, because at least it gives you that hope and faith to know that within that few months at least you'll have your life back together again, and you can go about doing what you used to do before without being held back with this particular disease. Let's talk about the medication. I'm sure it must be very expensive to be able to be on the medication that you're on at the moment.
True. My medication is not always found in hospitals. I was admitted, I think 2 weeks back. I had been in hospital for 3 weeks or more. And every time they would recommend something for me, I would have to ask my caregiver to go to the shops in town to buy the certain medication because it's not in the hospital supply. So every the one that is very, very costly is the Creon. And then some of these medications are also not found in the country. Some I have to ask big pharmacists to get them for me in South Africa because we don't have them in the country. So that is always money that I always have to fork out from my pocket. And when I go to the hospital, at least I pay 10 rand for seeing the doctor and everything else, and then getting the medication that they can supply. And then those that they cannot supply, I go to the pharmacies. They tell me it's 450. This is 300 and something. This is 1.5. So I always need to be ready and always need to have extra money when I go
Agreed.
to the hospital. Even now that I'm home, I'm still taking some medication. I'm buying them over the counter because if I go to hospital, they'll tell me there's nothing.
Right. Stay with us, Nompilo. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll be back with you in a moment.
Days a year, you can with the Al Imdad Foundation's Daily Sadaqah program. Donate as little as R1 a day for a month for each member of your family to any specified amount, and receive monthly feedback on where your contributions have made a difference. Visit alimdad.com and download your Daily Sadaqah debit order form or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
Kids these days are smart, and when you're competing for their attention against their smartphones, you need to make smart choices, like using Sunfoil triple refined pure sunflower oil in every meal you make. It's naturally cholesterol-free and approved by the Heart and Stroke Foundation as part of a balanced eating plan. So whether you're cooking, frying, or baking, you get the great tasting results that'll get their attention faster than the latest app. And if that doesn't work, change the Wi-Fi password. Sunfoil. Now we're cooking.
As the crisis in Palestine continues, the Africa Muslims Agency teams are on the ground facilitating emergency food and medical assistance to the affected families. Donate 15,000 rand or any amount and help the people of Palestine. Call AMA now on 083-251-9376 or donate online at Africa Muslims Agency.co.za. Africa Muslims Agency, inspiring the spirit of giving.
These are the days of Eid. Make takbir wherever you are. These are the days of Eid. Allah.
Add a sprinkling of sparkles to your magical parties and special occasions. With colorful party supplies and awesome helium balloons, celebrate Eid al-Adha in style with our stunning range of decorations, disposable tableware, meat bags and tags, Ziploc and self-sealing bags, refuse bags, polystyrene and foil trays, pallet wrap, Econo wraps, buff and clear tape. Eid al-Adha essentials galore. Be sparkled by our wide range of baking ingredients, baking tools and bakeware. Stunning edible cake decor for Eid al-Adha. Sprinkles and Sparkles Party Shop. You'll want it all. Open Monday to Sunday. Visit us at 431 Inanda Road, Parlock, Durban, South Africa. Call 031-577-0604. Follow us on Instagram at Sprink and Spark and Facebook at Sprinkles and Sparkles.
Rejuvenating media day by day. This is Salam Media.
Welcome back, and we're in conversation with Nompilo Dlamini, obviously having to go for a lung transplant and a very emotional story. Nompilo, you were talking to me earlier about, what it's meant and how the cost factor is so high. And, as I was thinking when we went on the air break, you're right. Once you go for that lung transplant, at least 3/4 of your challenges will be over. You'd be able to, come back to your normal old self and do the necessary that you can. And I was reading, and it says, you said God is working in your favor. You have had so many people reaching out to you. Your international transport passport will be done without you having to be there. You'll get your COVID vaccine in your home. And I see you've been provided a nurse for free, and your visa will be done for you. So it's so nice to see that people have been reaching out to you in so many directions. What has it meant for you?
Well, it makes me emotional sometimes because sometimes I feel exhausted of the situation that I'm facing, like being sick every day. Sometimes I want to give up, but for the sake of all these people that always supporting me, I feel like if I die or if I commit suicide, I'll be letting them down. So it's an emotional journey. But I'm taking it as a cut, but it's emotional because it makes me push even when I push or when I feel like I can't push because I have these people backing me up. So there's no giving up. Even if I want to, there's no giving up. They're just behind me, pushing me all the way, all the time, and carrying me through all the way. So it's always emotional, and yeah, I think
it's given you the hope and faith that you've been looking for out there. And I think that's what's keeping you going every single day, is that hope and faith to know that Ubuntu is there and that support structures from people out there have been created for you. And I think that's what has made a difference in your life.
True. It does give me hope because even when I'm in those situations, I can always, I post about my emotions on Twitter and they carry me through until I'm okay. They give me the love and support all the time. Like I genuinely post that I'm suicidal and they'll give me the support that I need. I post that I need this, they'll give me the support that I need. They carry me in all the sides, the good times and the bad times, which is amazing.
Well, all we can say from myself and the team is stay strong. You've got this. We've got a lot of faith and hope in you. You've come thus far already, Nompilo. Don't give up. You have so many people backing you up, including us here at the Salam Media team. We have that hope and we have that faith in you that you are definitely going to overcome this. And we're going to see another Nompilo once the transplant is done. And we're definitely going to follow your journey there to see the new Nompilo and what the new Nompilo can do for us. And that's what we want you to do. It's from our side as well. Keep the faith, stay strong, because we know you've got it. You're definitely going to do this. I can already see that positive, should we say, ideology in you due to the fact that you're smiling already. And one smile goes such a long way. So that smile is so beautiful. Definitely don't give up on it, because we're also looking forward to seeing you get strong and get through this, and you have our support in many directions. So we want to thank you for joining us, and we want to wish you all the best going forward. And as we were saying earlier, and I'm going to say it again, please keep the hope and the faith for us, because we need you around, Nompilo, because we know you're going to help us do lots of things for others once you're done with your transplant.
Thank you so much.
Take care, and we love you. And as I said, do stay strong. And we hope to chat to you soon. All the best, my dear.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye-bye. Nompilo Dlamini, what an amazing individual. She's taught us to look at life in many different ways, and create, should we say, a positive vibe about ourselves and look at the positives in everything. And before we go, I want to leave you with something that says, let your footprints lead the way to a place where people's value is equal to one another, a place where acceptance is the rule, not the exception, and love is the force that guides everyone and everything. And take care to make your footprints clear enough and deep enough so that those who come after you will find their way to that exquisitely beautiful place. And that's what the show was all about, was creating through these different platforms and people, the faith, the hope, the structures, and the Ubuntu. So from myself and the team, we want to thank you for joining us on this absolutely amazing journey that we had this morning. And we're saying, let's keep it together. Let's keep those structures going. And let's create that Ubuntu. From myself and the team, stay safe. Look forward to chatting to you same time, same place next week. Assalamu alaikum.